Intersectionality isn't just a key term in this class, it will also be a central organizing principle for how we talk, think, and write about sexuality, gender, and identity in this class. So I wanted to dedicate an entire lecture video just to this subject. Intersectionality will provide a framework for us to trace the impacts of different identity categories onto people's lived experiences, onto the advantages they have and onto the disadvantages they experience in their lives. This is a relatively new term. It was coined by a woman named Kimberly Crenshaw in 1989. Intersectionality was developed specifically from Black feminist critiques of both mainstream feminism and mainstream anti-racism. Kimberly Crenshaw critiqued mainstream white-dominated feminism as excluding the perspectives of Black women and other women of color, while simultaneously critiquing gender-blind anti-racism that discounted the ways that the experiences of Black women or other women of color were different from those of Black men. Many of you wrote in your journal entries last week that you appreciated the opportunity to start challenging some of the single stories that you'd been exposed to about the experiences of gender and sexuality in other people's lives. We'll continue to do this by thinking about these identities as intersectional. There's no one female experience, no one single male experience, no one experience of being gay, straight, bisexual, or transgender. Each of these identities, while important, is impacted by the other identities that we carry, that we adopt for ourselves, and that other people project onto us. Race, class, ability, family makeup, personal history, all impact all of the other aspects of our identity. We take an intersectional approach in this class because it is impossible to accurately examine sexual and gender identities without also examining all of these other identity categories with which they intersect. I try to take an intersectional approach in selecting topics and course materials for this class, because the experiences I can share with you from a personal perspective are limited by my experience as a straight, white, cis woman. Part of my job is to bring other perspectives to the forefront in this class, and to encourage you to incorporate those perspectives in your journal entries and your class projects. In the final lecture video this week on the term queer, I will continue to explore issues of intersectionality as I address some of the advantages and disadvantages of queer as an umbrella identity.